Woohoo! Here we are, Wednesday night live with your host Alara of Sirius, and we're doing things a little bit differently tonight. As you can see, I do not have a guest. How's everybody doing? Let me just grab one of these chats over here that got lost in the madness somehow. Pull it off here. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Oh, there we go. All right. Yeah, good stuff. So yeah, no guest tonight. We're going to be doing things a little bit differently tonight. As you guys all know, I've talked about for quite a while about how I need to start coming on here by myself and doing different things. And so this is my first attempt to do so. And basically it's just going to be kicked back. We're going to hang out and talk, and I'm going to hang with you guys, which I love to do so very much, and talk about some spiritual subjects and whatever kind of ends up happening. So I'm glad you guys are here. It's good to see you. Hi, Leyland. Hi, Jordan. Ursula, Mary Wants, Mr. No Clip. Hi, Miguel. Good to see you. Leah Worth, Dawn, Suki, Desert Fire. Good to see you guys. Yeah, so here we are. Let me see. What do I need to do real quick? Yeah, I need to do this. Give me 1 second. All right. Hey, everything went off without a hitch. I can't complain. I can't complain one bit. Hey, let me know if you guys can hear the music in the background. And if it's too low or if it's too high or anything of that matter. So, yeah, doing it solo. Look at me go. See? You can't be afraid of anything in life, you guys. You gotta just get over your fear. Especially if you're afraid of doing something, that's all the more reason why you should hit it and go for it. Pedal to the metal. Because fear is just a frequency you don't want to live in. So music's good, you guys. It's really low. It's not too loud. Hi, Tyler. Is Tyler out there? I don't see Tyler. Are you guys pulling my leg? Is Tyler really out there? Hi, Amanda's awake. Yeah, he is. Are you getting ready to start preaching? Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to preach, man. But I might get a little preachy. You never know with me, right? So I hope everybody's having a great Wednesday. First of all, I would like to start by saying Scott did an amazing job earlier with... let me turn this down just a little bit. It's a little bit loud for me. There we go. Yeah, Scott did an absolutely amazing job on covering the Mark McCandless story. For those of you that haven't heard, he was a guy that was kind of known in the UFO community as a whistleblower, and he died of an apparent suicide in April, very tragically, and it's very mysterious what happened there. And allegedly, he is supposed to, or was supposed to, testify before Congress in June. Kind of seeking out some sauce on that. Don't really have any right now, but yeah, so it's a pretty mysterious thing, and shout out to Scott. He did a great job covering this story early today. So definitely go and check out that episode over on Woke Society. You should be able to catch it over on Foxhole, Pill.net, or Rumble, some other platforms. If I can find the link to it, I will definitely go and post that on my Telegram channel. So yeah, first I wanted to say that because I think he did an amazing job with that, and I hope more people pick up that story, and I hope more attention gets brought to the secret space program stuff, because this whole mainstream media disclosure narrative is disturbing, to say the least, because it's not even close to the truth. And I sincerely hope that that Mark wasn't a victim of this, battle for disclosure. So, but it's not looking good. So let me go ahead and thank some super chats, first of all, to get started, from YouTube. Amelia, Sarah, Mr. Fox, Down the Stretch, Mark 222, Summer Sunshine, Belushi, Stacks, Jared 8322, Julie 65, Chatternuts, Bradness, Sean Joe, BFOFIA, Nick Houston, KSZA, Karen Harris, Kitty Woo, and Day Tripper for your donation. Thanks you guys so much for your support. Really, really, really appreciate it. So yeah, yes, Amanda, it is very, very, very suspicious what happened with him, and yeah, I hope we can figure out what was going on with that situation, whether he was really going to be testifying, or you know anything about it, Tyler? Anybody else out there? If you have any information on it, please share it. Hi, Patricia. Good to see you. Hi, Debbie. Duty Danny. What's going on, guys? Yeah, this is totally out of my normal thing that I do, but, you know, the topic came up when we were doing Space Force News on Sunday with Foyle, where we were talking about the singularity and AI and how disturbing this stuff is, the super soldiers and the whole narrative. And we all know that the technology at this point, it's reading our minds, right? It's disturbing stuff that we're seeing, especially those of us that don't want to go that path of being assimilated into the Borg, you know? And so I thought, you know, as depressing, kind of disturbing as that topic is, there's a really bright side to the topic, and you don't have to be a part of that. That's the good news. And the good news is, by taking the opposite direction, you can achieve the same things. So I wanted to kind of share with you guys a few things while we're here tonight. Just a few scriptures, I think, that kind of say a lot as far as what the human body is capable of in the human mind, and what can happen if you pursue evolution of spirit and the spiritual path, rather than the path that's being shoved down our throats every day in the mainstream. So, yeah, so why don't I go into a little bit of that first. And so the first thing I wanted to share with you guys, I study a lot of different books and scriptures and all sorts of things. And what I try to do is I try to draw connections between things. And I try to figure out what's the kind of the common theme and the common message within all of these ancient texts and within all of our ancient literature and religious books. And so I find little pieces of stuff that ties together in just about all of them. And so I thought I'd share some of that with you guys and kind of get your input and see what you think, and we can have a discussion about it. All right, so the first thing I wanted to share with you is the Gospel of Thomas, which is near and dear to my heart. I love the Gospel of Thomas. And there's some really, really profound stuff in the Gospel of Thomas if you really are paying attention. So the first thing I wanted to share with you, let's see, let's go over to my desktop here. So in the Gospel of Thomas, there's a couple ones that I wanted to share with you that I think are very profound. So at the top, and he said, "Whoever finds the meaning of these words will not taste death." And Jesus says, "The one who seeks should not cease seeking until he finds. And when he finds, he will be dismayed. And when he is dismayed, he will be astonished. And he will be king over all." Also in number 3, well, first let me speak on that, okay? So that verse right there kind of reminds me of, you know, I've told you guys about me waking up, right? So I went from not being able to perceive anything to all of a sudden, I've tried to describe this to people, and the only way that I can really describe it in words that other people can understand is that it was like being on mushrooms or something, right? So I could feel, see, sense the interconnectedness of all of creation. Us, the animals, the planet, everything, even the atmosphere, everything. And it was a really profound experience that I've talked about several times. So this is what this kind of reminds me of, is the one who seeks should not cease seeking until he finds. And I could tell you that after that happened, I kind of was in the seeking mode, like I really seeking. And I think that's the main thing that's important, is that you're just seeking to understand. So there's some other things I want to show you and talk about that tie into this. So if you look in number 3 here, number 3 says, what happened here? Oh, nothing happened here. I'm tripping. My bad. Okay, so let me put me up on the screen here so I can show you guys. That's not it. Man, what am I doing here? There you go. All right, there I am. So let me move me over here so we can see what's going on. All right, so number 3, Jesus says, if those who lead you say to you, look, the kingdom is in the sky, then the birds of the sky will precede you. And if they say to you, it is in the sea, then the fishes will precede you. Rather, the kingdom is inside of you and outside of you. When you come to know yourselves, then you will be known, and you will realize that you are children of the living Father. But if you do not come to know yourselves, then you exist in poverty, and you are poverty. I just think that's a super profound scripture in a lot of ways, because the kingdom of God is within us. It's outside of us, it's within us, it's within everything. And it's all around you if you're seeking to find it. So it's like everything on this planet we have completely backwards. We've got these, these evil people pushing their transhumanist agenda. And I see from their perspective, because I really, really strive to try to see from other people's perspective, right? I see from their perspective that they don't realize, they don't know that we're spiritual beings, and that we go on after this, that this physical body we have is limited and it's very temporary, and we're spiritual beings. We're not physical beings, Physicality is a part of it, but that's not what we are. So they seek this path because they don't know any better, all right? And there is another path, and that other path is seeking our Creator. However your understanding is of our Creator, I think the only important thing is that you're seeking our Creator. So one of my favorite scriptures from the Bible is Matthew 6:26. Consider the birds of the sky. They don't sow or reap or gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Aren't you worth more than they? So what I kind of connect this to is there's a story, I can't remember what book it is now, but allegedly there's a book about this, that the Aboriginals in Australia, they can allegedly take off on a journey for weeks, a month at a time with no food. And they're so connected into the divine, the Great Spirit, Creator, our planet, creation, however you want to see it. They're so connected that they can just put the call out that they need food. And allegedly, an animal will just lay down its life for them and feed them. And I totally believe this is possible. I think it's just a matter of us being tuned into creation. And we're completely manipulated and tuned away from it through the mind control and the GMO foods and the spraying and everything else you guys are aware of. It's just a matter of us getting humanity back into that place where we're in tune with one another, we're in tune with our planet, and we're in tune with creation, and we understand creation on a level that at this point in time, we don't really understand it, right? So I think that's interesting. And how this kind of ties into the law of one for me, I think is kind of interesting too. I didn't mean to keep that up on this screen. Whoops, my bad. Hold on. All right, so let's see. All right, so as far as I read you that scripture, so it says in the law of one, now, in my understanding and in my estimation, the law of one is simply understanding that everything is connected and everything is essentially God. And so, it says in there, must a person understand the law of one in order to graduate or to leave this dimension, density, and to move on? I think you guys have heard David Wilcock talk about it. He talks a lot about the law of one. Whatever you think of David Wilcock, he's thoroughly studied the law of one. He's like an expert on it. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. But is it absolutely necessary for a person to understand the law of one to graduate? And they say no, it's not. It is absolutely necessary that an entity consciously realize that it does not understand in order to be harvestable. Understanding is not of this density. So we're always puzzled why we don't understand things here. Why do the ETs hide from us? Why da 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 da? I think that's the whole point. We're not supposed to understand. We're supposed to make a decision about good and evil in a situation where we don't have an understanding. And the only important part, according to the law of one, is that you're humble and that you understand that you know nothing. That there's so much that lies beyond your understanding and what you can perceive in this current level of experience that we're in. And anyway, I just thought that's pretty, and I wanted to share some of my favorite scriptures with you. Let me see if there's any others here that I... Oh, and this, of course. So Matthew 17:20. Let's see. You don't have enough faith, Jesus told them. I tell you the truth. If you had faith even as small as a mustard seed, you could say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it would move. Nothing would be impossible. Now, if you really think about that scripture, what does that remind you of? It reminds me of all the ancient stuff we have on this planet. We don't understand how it got built or how it got there. That's what it reminds me of. All these megalithic structures that we just puzzle and marvel. How did they do this? Did they drag the rocks? Did they do this? Did they do... I think how they did it lies outside of our scope of understanding, but maybe more likely ties in with that scripture than anything our human minds could really kind of come up with at this point. So, yeah, Mary says faith and humbleness. I love this, Alara. Yeah, it's... You know, I don't know much, you guys. I know enough to know that I don't know much. But I can tell you that faith, being fearless, being brave, having faith will get you very far. And it will help us all overcome this crazy chaos that we're watching and the stuff that we're seeing. So what are your guys' thoughts on this stuff? This is cool. I like this, just chilling with you guys. This is awesome. I should do this more often. Oh, Miguel, thank you. You are asking the perfect questions. God bless you, brave soul. Thank you, Miguel. What are your guys' thoughts? I want to know your thoughts. Is that funny, Cloud Watcher, that I'm reading Bible scriptures? It's true, though. I've studied enough to know that I don't know anything. And I don't try to act like I do. I just try to share what little bit I've learned. So let me kind of tie this in with, you guys know I don't really like to talk a whole lot about like my personal experiences with, you know, personal things, you know. But after I woke up, I meditated like 3 times a day. I was really hardcore into that. And what I call seeking the creator. I moved to Hawaii. I just swam all day and talked to the birds and stuck my feet in the grass. And I read and I meditated and I meditated and I meditated. And I can tell you, and I'm only saying this to give you faith and to let you know that there's so much we don't understand and places we can go that we can't even imagine right now. But at one point, I remember one of the most significant things that happened to me during that period of time. And I don't know, I was living on the ley lines in Hawaii, so I don't know how much of what happened to me had to do with that or not. Other than I just know I was totally seeking the creator at the time. So one day I had lost something, and I had torn my place apart. I had torn everything. I torn the trash apart. I did this like 3 times. I was frantic trying to find this thing. I was very emotionally attached to this object, okay? Frantically tearing the house apart, frantically tearing the house apart. I'm not going to go into the exact details of it because it's kind of a personal story, but what I can only describe as teleported 2 objects that day. Both I was emotionally attached to. One I thought I had lost, and I was very disturbed about losing this. It literally appeared out of nowhere. It wasn't there. I checked over and over and over again, and then I literally told myself, I told it to show up, to appear, and it did. And it did. Now, this hasn't happened to me since, and I'm nowhere in the mode I was in at the time. But I can tell you right now that there's a lot we don't understand about the spiritual path. There's also parts in the Law of One where it talks about essentially teleportation by locating this sort of thing, and that I guess there's some level of ourselves that can do this sort of thing that exists outside of space and time. All I know is that whatever happened to me that day, they have told me is impossible in school. That's not possible, that's woo-woo. And it happened to me. I've had a lot of things happen to me that people say are nuts or aren't possible. So I know if we just follow spirit, we follow the divine, we stay in faith and not in fear, we stay humble, and we just continue to love each other, continue to love our planet, and continue to be fearless, seeking to change the things about this place that we know are completely off and wrong. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. And there's going to be presence and things that lie ahead for us that we can't even conceive of right now. So whatever you got to do to make your day better, whatever you got to do to feel better. And I usually, for me, when I step outside of myself and I go and pray for somebody, or I go try to make them smile or laugh or cheer them up, those are usually the things that get me out of myself and keep me like in a good vibration. So we just got to find more stuff like that to do. J Bell says, I'm enjoying this 1 foot in 5D. God is within every creation, physical, spiritual, manifested. You can always learn more from Scripture. Absolutely. There's so much treasure in there. And I think the more you raise your frequency, the more you can understand it. Because I used to pick up the Bible when I was younger. I didn't understand none of it. But now I pick it up and whoa. It seems like every time I do that, I start to pick up more and more stuff, and it's amazing. But I think it's really frequency dependent. So I seem to get more and more out of it. Hey, Severe, good to see ya. I seem to get more and more out of it as time goes on, as I seek to understand and evolve more. So yeah, so anyway, you leaving, Mr. Fox? Where are you going, Mr. Fox? See you later. Monkey says, our mind creates the world around us. It's true. We affect the world with our mind because thoughts is energy we send out. Mary Berry says, Alara, anything about Loosh? What do you mean anything about Loosh? I could tell you that fear is Loosh. Hey, and when you let that fear in, it'll take their thought forms, the negative thought. Look, this is going to sound nutty, but the negative thought forms that they're beaming at us can infect your brain. I don't know. You guys know me. I cannot articulate things I kind of understand things, but sometimes I have a hard time articulating stuff, and you guys know that. So they're beaming now in different ways, right? Coming from different locations and different sources, but they're beaming negative thought forms into our head. And from my understanding, when your frequency's high enough, it can't touch you. It can't do anything to you. They're weapons, none of it. But when you start to lower your frequency by entertaining fearful thoughts or whatever like that, then their thought forms can infect you. And it just accelerates and accelerates until you're in a complete state of fear. And I've experienced this. So I definitely know that that's accurate. US Anon says, yeah, fear porn draws in demons. 100%. It sure does. Yes, it does. That's exactly what they're waiting for. They're waiting for you to entertain some negative thoughts, and they're gonna jump in and feed you some more of them until you're so wrapped up in fear you're useless and you can't get anything done. Belushi says, we create our reality. We must seek the higher vibrational frequency from positive thought. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ascension Diaries. Hi, Alexis. Good to see you. Space Weather Girl in the house. Hey, Alara. What? The Great Family of Light Gathering website and lineup are now live. Sedona, Arizona, July 23rd to 25th. Tickets are available. familyoflight.info. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, so Jason and Alexis are throwing a conference in Sedona the 23rd to the 25th. And you haven't even told me who's speaking at it yet, Alexis. I know that Kate and I are. I'm pretty sure that Alexis is, But as far as anybody else, I don't know. So if you'd like to post that in the chat, I'd appreciate it, Alexis. I have no idea who's speaking at that event. That's going to be lots of fun. If you're in the Sedona area or near the Sedona area, you might want to go to that. I guess we're going to have sound baths and healing and speakers, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's not an expensive event either, which is nice. J-Bell says, the Bible reads you. Somebody told me that. It resonates for me anyway. Throughout your journey, you'll read same verse, but get a different story. Yep, I think you're right, J-Bell. Because I get things from the Bible now I didn't get before. Miracle Girly, light shines brightly in the darkness. We are that light. Shine on, peeps. I love that. This is cool. I love this, is hanging out with you guys. I don't know why I had such a fear of it. I don't know. I'm just not comfortable in front of a camera. That's all it is. It's really hard for me to do this, but that's why I do it. Because I was never comfortable with it. So I was like, well, if you're not comfortable with it, you're probably supposed to be doing it. You know? And you're doing great, Severe. Severe's on Foxhole like every day. Hello, Rockfin, Foxhole, Pill.net, DLive. Hey, Foil, what's going on? Good to see you here. Cedarburg says, so true, 1 foot in 5D. Negative thought forms are actual forms created by nothing, but thought based on that low frequency level of fear. Thank you, Cedarburg. So true. Don't entertain the negative thought forms, guys. Yeah, don't entertain the negative thought forms. Oh, Journey to Truth will be there. Jay says Journey to Truth will be there. Is Tyler and Aaron gonna be speaking, or Tyler gonna be speaking? Do we know yet? Oh, cool. So Journey to Truth is gonna be there too, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna be speaking. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I always love hanging out in Sedona. You guys know me, though. They got the bomb vegan restaurants. That's why you should have seen when I took Foil there. I took Foil to Sedona. She got in the restaurant with me and the other peeps. She had this pouty look on her face, like she was all pissed off. I said, "What's your problem?" She goes, "There's no meat." She looked like she wanted to kill me because there was no meat on the menu. I felt so bad. So then last time we went, of course, we went to a restaurant that had meat because I was like, I'm not going to be the one. I'm not going to be that vegan that everybody's pissed off at because we went to the vegan restaurant and everybody else wants to get some meat. Just go get the meat. I'll eat hummus and pita. I'm good. Or just give me a head of lettuce. I'm good. Hi, Amy. Thank you, Cloudwatcher. Yeah, I love Sedona too. Sedona's a vibe. It's beautiful. Last time I went up there, I don't know, who was it? Kate? I think it was Kate. It took me to this hotel, and they had like a pool. It was really beautiful, and I didn't even know stuff like this was in Sedona. I got so excited. And you walk down the pool, and there was like a creek there, but the water was so low that you could walk out into the creek, and there was like beach sand there. It was like red Martian beach sand, and I was like, oh, this is great. So we just sat by the creek in some lawn chairs, and yeah, it was nice. That was a nice weekend. Yeah, Leah says, Sedona is such a spiritual place. I found myself whispering, right? It is. It's a vortex. It's beautiful. I've had some interesting experiences up there, too. Just like the ones I've had in Hawaii. You know, I didn't teleport at things, but I've had some crazy stuff happen. I had some, you know, some strange things happen. What's up, Gino? My astral plane Discord information giver. Gino's been sending me links in the astral plane. It's pretty funny. Well, I better start paying attention. Maybe you got the keys to the universe, Gino. I better start paying attention to the messages, links you're sending me.
I'm also just a girl.
Yeah, this is cool. I'm digging this.
Standing in front of a boy.
Good evening, Maria Betty. Hi, Mr. Fox. You're going to creature up. What does that mean? Samantha says she's in Phoenix. She may go. Cool. See you there, Samantha. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I can't wait. I always love going to Sedona. Elise says I seem comfy. I am comfy. You know, Elise, I had to get over it eventually. You know, I didn't want to do this by myself thing, but I love hanging out with you guys. That's really why I do this. So I was like, I got to get over my fear of just going on by myself and just do it. I'll get over it. Just like everything else. I'll get over it. And here I am. And I am comfy, Elise. Thank you. Amanda says she gets it. She feels the same way. That's right, Kois. Practice, practice, practice. Oh yeah, that sounds good, Sergeant Sparky. Mountain bikes? Yeah, that'd be nice to go mountain biking there. Don't open links. It could be what? You're gonna have to clarify that, Sparky. Why should I not open Gino's links in the astral plane? Sorry to put you on blast, Gino, but I really think it's funny. I just thought that was very entertaining when I woke up. Oh, thank you, Scott. I appreciate that. Hi, Woke Societies. I was going on about your show earlier at the beginning of the stream. Keystone says, Alara, I told you forever to do this. I'm happy you finally are. Thanks, friend. Thanks, guys. So yeah, it looks like Tessa's posting the Sedona stuff in over there on DLive. Yeah, I know, Foil. You've always had my back. You're my wingman. Foil's my wingman. If Foil wants meat, she gets meat. We're going to a restaurant that's got meat. Yeah, I'm not going to be that one. I'm pretty good about it. I don't get all psycho about it. And it's not even like with me, guys, it's not even... it's just me. I don't know. It's just me. It's just what I prefer. It's where I'm at spiritually. You got to tune into you and where spirit is guiding you. Everybody's different, you know? I have a friend, Path, that hunts, you know? But I know this being, and I know his character. And I know that he thanks that animal when he takes its life, and he does it in the most pure way possible. Instead of going and buying it from some factory farm and consuming it, he treats the animal with respect and is grateful for what it's giving him. And I got no problems with that. I really think there's a stigma on vegans, and I don't like it, because I'm really not like that. And I don't like being put in that box. I don't like being put in any box, really. Like any box. So, because just about the time you try to put me in a box, I'm going to show you that there are no such thing as boxes. So, thank you, Mary. Thanks, Wanderlust K. I don't feel like a natural. I definitely don't feel like a natural. Hey, technology's been hard for me, guys, but now at least you kind of understand why. Like, I spent... How long was it? 18? I spent like a year and a half doing nothing but meditating. I didn't even use technology. Nothing. And then I started a YouTube. Then I got on Twitter and started being a digital soldier. And then I started a YouTube channel. I had no idea what I was doing. Like, no clue. But I knew I had to do it because of the divine. I was being guided to do it, literally by the universe, by ships, by people, by dreams, by synchron, like all of it. And I was like, oh, no choice, got to do this. You know, I've always known I was here on a mission. I just didn't fully understand what it was until a few years ago, and I had to step into that, whether I wanted to do it or not. You know, there's been a lot of things in life I didn't want to do, but I got over it and did it. It's not, Ben, it's not, he says, I had no idea you were uncomfortable on camera, if that's any consolation. It's not that I'm uncomfortable with on camera. What is it? I'm antisocial. I'm a very, when I'm not on here, like in my regular life, when I'm not online, I'm very antisocial. I'm very much a loner. And I don't, I don't know how else to explain it. So, it's just not natural for me. I like to be alone. So, but I also love humanity, and I love you guys, and I love our planet, and I love our creator. And I want to do my part to change this place. So that's kind of my catch-22 that I live in, that I exist in. And it is what it is. Yeah, Miracle Girlie says, because there are so many vegans who are self-righteous about it. Yeah, I can't stand those people. And it almost makes me kind of uncomfortable sometimes. I'll go into vegan restaurants because I don't, in Hawaii it's different. Like, it's different there. But like on the mainland, I'll go into a vegan and they have this like this stuffy sort of, I don't know what it is. And I'm like, I don't know. I've never really gotten, so it's like, I hate telling people, they're like, you're a vegan. They just assume I'm like that too. And I'm like, no, I'm not like that. I want you to do you, and I'm going to do me, that kind of thing. I'm not into judging people. You know what I mean? I'm not into judging myself, so I'm definitely not into judging you. So, yeah. Oh no, we lost our tunes, man. So let me see if there was any other scriptures that I wanted to share with you guys that I'm forgetting about. We did the birds. Oh, I think did we go over John 14, 12 through 14? I don't know if we went over this one. Did we do John? Very, very, I tell you, whoever believes in me will do the works I have been doing, and they will do even greater things than these, because I am going to the Father. And I will do whatever you ask in my name, so that the Father may be glorified in the Son. You may ask me for anything in my name, and I will do it. I don't know, the clues are all around us, guys. All around us about the spiritual path and where it can lead. And hopefully a lot more people will pick up on those cues, and they'll resist the inverse reality manipulation, the transhumanist assimilation into the Borg. That's why I don't have a smartphone. Everybody makes fun of me. They're like, Alara, catch up with the rest of society, get a smartphone. I know, I'm a YouTuber. I should probably have a smartphone. It would be wise, especially when I go to events, but I just feel like it's my middle finger. Like, I'm not, because I know what happens when you have one. You're like all day long. You be sitting next to people, not talking to them. I don't want to do that. I want to talk. If I actually go so far as to hang out with you, then I want to chat. Let's kick it. You know what I mean? Let's enjoy creation. Let's talk. I don't want to be on the phone, but I know that it's an addiction. Like, once you start messing with it, it just sucks you in, right? So that's my resistance, is not even having a smartphone. Whatever. Leah says, I'm becoming antisocial. I need my alone time. That's why I'm single, doing my own thing. Lives in garden this time of year. It's my therapy. Yeah, man, I feel ya. I feel ya. Totally feel ya. Samantha says, I've been in Arizona my whole life and I've never been to Sedona. Well, we better change that, because Sedona's a vibe. Thank you for your super chat, Sarah. Love this format. Sending love to everyone. So yeah, I'm thinking, guys, like, I'm gonna change things around. So there'll still be Conspiracy Couch every other Thursday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, and then Sunday, of course, the Space Force News at 6 Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. But I think on Wednesdays, from now on, it's going to be kind of like this, except sometimes I'll have a guest on with me and we'll be chatting it up or whatever. But like my main interviews with people in the UFO community and, others, those I think I'm going to put on Rockfin, and that's it. They'll be over on Rockfin. So I'll just have my Wednesday nights like I normally do, but I'll come on here and just chill and hang out, and sometimes bring a guest on here with me to come and chill and hang out. And then I think I'm going to start going on and like maybe doing some live digs, covering different topics, that kind of thing, than the regular show format like you guys are used to doing. And more of my more serious, in-depth interviews, those will be over on Rockfin. Yeah, and that'll be it. They'll be over on Rockfin. But that's what I'm thinking for right now. That's what I think I'm going to do. I've known that I needed to change things up, but I've been looking for like divine guidance on what I'm supposed to change up and what I'm supposed to do. But I knew I had to get over this and start just talking. So, thanks, Keystone. Oh, you're in Tucson too, BCAP 9? That's awesome. Yep. So how long has it been here? 45 minutes? So maybe I'll just go for an hour, guys, and then log off. So what do you want to chat about? do you guys want to chat about? Gino, am I checking my messages or my astral messages? Astral messages. I'm confused. Which messages am I checking? Oh, thanks, Mrs. Lizardbeth. Where are the... Leah says the Superstition Mountains in Arizona is a spiritual spot as well. Alara, where are those? I've never heard of those. How do you mod on your smartphone 24/7? I don't know how you do that. I could never do that. There's no way. Thanks for posting that link, Divine Fractal. Appreciate it. Good to see you. Yeah, so I'm thinking I'll probably get more organized on Wednesday nights. With like a format and stuff. But for now, I just wanted to come on, you guys, and get past my going on alone fear and just hang out and see what you guys think. And I also want to find out if you have any suggestions for Conspiracy Couch tomorrow night. Sometimes I get in this mode where me and Fuller are like, what should we do it on? What should we do it on? We don't know what to do it on. So I thought, why not? Since I'm coming on right now, why not just come on and ask you guys what you want to do it on? So please feel free to give me suggestions on Conspiracy Couch tomorrow night. That'd be awesome. What is that? Apache Junction? Where's Apache Junction, Desert Fire? I have no idea where that's at. I'm gonna have to check that out. Thanks. Eek Patriot says he's doing dishes and I'm making the dishes more enjoyable. Well, that's great. I'm delighted to hear that. Just delighted. Thanks, Kate. At least, what does me being a Scorpio have to do with it? Because I'm intense? Is that what it is? Is that what you're saying, Elise? Are you saying I'm intense? I didn't know that. I hope I'm intensely happy most of the time and not intensely pissed off. You guys don't want to see me mad. It's a good thing I'm happy most of the time. It's a good thing I'm bubbly and happy and smiling. Yeah. Scorpios are intense. Mountain Dream says, I'm dealing with some fears myself. I commend you for facing your fears. Thank you. Celestial Soul says, I'm a loner too. Is that you, monkey, or is that a different monkey? Is that my Twitter monkey, or is that another monkey? He says you're doing a great job. Thank you. Oh, it's called an introvert, not antisocial. Yeah, I think Greg's right. That's what I am. I'm not antisocial. I'm an introvert. It's true. But I'm not always an introvert. Like, if you see me at events, I'm totally not. I can be totally an outrovert, or whatever. What do you call it? I can be a social creature. But if you ask anybody that knows me or has been around me, I'll slide off and I'm gone. And I'm over talking to the birds, talking to them. I'm doing something. I take off. But when I am around people, I think I tend to be, outgoing and fun. But then I take off is what goes on. Thank you, DK. He says you're doing really good. You're showing others not to fear. Hey, that's my main thing, DK, is like, if I gotta not throw myself under the bus, but I'm willing to take risks and that's nothing new for me, but I guess I'm willing to take risks so that others may do the same, or may feel guided or okay with doing the same. I don't mind being out in front doing something that I'm not even that comfortable doing, I just want to do my part. I just want to do my small part and share with you guys what little bit of knowledge I've gained thus far. Oh, very funny, Above Duality. You know, come in here and troll me. Make me uncomfortable. You can't. I won't allow it. You can say whatever you want. I'm not going to get uncomfortable. Okay, so Monkey says, think of it this way. Meat is there at the market. You didn't kill for it. Hold on. I lost your comment. Oh no, it just took off on me. Oh no, his comment just took off on me. So Brandy with a B says, we would love to hear about Starseeds and Sirius. Yeah, you guys, if you have any questions for me, now's the time, right? I don't do this very much. So Sirius. So Syrians are like, in my experience, we have kind of dolphin energy. We're very like playful and loving, and actually I could look up, I've seen some really good stuff that really accurately depicts Syrians. Let me see if I can find it real quick. It's dolphin energy though, essentially. Hold on. I wish I had that stuff easily just pulled up, because I've seen stuff on Syrians that was really accurate. And it's weird, I don't even fully understand it with me, because when I first woke up, I asked, well, where am I, what star am I, where am I from? They told me Sirius. Oh, her, my higher self. And but then I've come to understand the Arcturian thing with me. So it's like, understanding is not of this density, right? Because I'm like, how am I Arcturian, but I'm Syrian? I don't know. None of it makes sense to me. But it's not supposed to make sense, I guess. I just collect whatever data points I can collect, and then maybe someday I'll be able to figure it out. But I don't think we're supposed to figure it out while we're in this density, and I don't think we're going to be here much longer in my estimation. Monkey says, same here. I use my phone, calling or text, no other stuff. Becky says, the super righteous vegans drive me mad. I was a vegan for 12 years and the head of a kitchen at a vegan joint. The owner was way self-righteous. Ick. So I started eating cheese again. Yum. Right? I did too. I was a raw vegan in Hawaii. I ate nothing but raw fruits and vegetables. What I could. The avocados fell on the ground there. And you know, mac nuts and mangoes and you name it. You can eat like that there. Like, and you can eat for free, right? But then when I came back to Arizona, it's really hard to find that kind of food around here. So I went back to, like, I'm basically a vegetarian now. But if I wasn't in this area, I would probably go back to the way I used to eat. I never felt better in my life. But that's me. Everybody's different, you know? So somebody said, Sergeant Sparky, can we see your arm tat? What's the story behind that? So this is a collage of, I'm not really going to show the whole thing because it's really not something I really appreciate even having tattooed on me anymore, but I will be real about it. So it's a collage of my 20s. And my 20s was mayhem. So it's a collage of mayhem. I keep swearing I'm going to get a collage of my 30s over here, which will be, I don't know, maybe I could make this arm all spiritual stuff. That's what I thought about. If I get any more tattoos, I'll get this arm. It'll be all spiritual stuff. And I'll have this madness, this 20s madness on this arm. And then I'll put all my spiritual transformation on this arm, you know? I do have Romans 5, I think it's Romans 5, right? Romans 5, 1-5, about rejoicing in your sufferings because it produces perseverance. Perseverance, character, hope, and hope does not disappoint. It's a long scripture, but you get the idea. So I got these two crosses. I don't know if you can see it, but this is Aramaic, the language that Jesus spoke. So it's written from left to right, just like that, and the two crosses match. So I need to get, I have a lot of tattoo work I need to get done, but it's just not on my priority list, you know? It's not. But if I ever, if it ever makes it up on the priority list somehow, then I will do it. Oh, Belushi, we're both Scorpios, huh? Imagine that. Scorpios are amazing. I love Scorpios. They're some of those loyal people I've ever met in my whole life. And I'm not just saying that because I'm one. They really are. I really are. I don't know where they get this rap for being jealous and psycho. And I don't know. Becky's always posting memes about how Scorpios are jealous and psycho. And I'm like, I never really encountered any that are like, I mean, I've heard there are ones like that, but I don't know. It's definitely not me. Past says, I mean, if you don't eat your meat, how can you have any pudding? Well, that's logical thinking, you know? That's logical thinking. Yeah, this is super awesome hanging out with you guys. I love this. I knew I would love this too. I was watching Methods Coffee and Chill when he started doing it, and I was like, I really would like doing that. Watching Neo's morning thing that she does on the Foxhole. By the way, if you guys haven't gone over and checked out the Foxhole, you really need to do that. There are some amazing people on there. The list keeps growing every day and getting more amazing. The vibe over there is super cool. The chat's cool. And I love it because it's kind of old school. It's not all like YouTube where it, you know, it's like it's like DOS. It's a little bit old school, right? But they're getting there with everything. But I kind of like the fact that it's like that, right? You got to actually type stuff out. It doesn't just pop up. So go check out the Foxhole, guys. Pilled.net. Go make an account on Pilled and download the Foxhole app if you can get it. But you can just go to the link. If somebody could put the Foxhole link in the chat, that would be awesome. But you can just go to the link and log in. That's how I do it on my PC. So Debbie Briggs says, Alara, your light shines much brighter these days, but not all will see. Have I read, Koi says, have you read up on Elisha in the Bible? No, what's Elisha? What's Elisha? Yeah, I love Neo. I think she's such a blessing to this movement. Cloud Watcher, are you the Lady Methods? I wouldn't know, because we don't know what Methods looks like, do we? I wouldn't know. That's funny. No, we are similar, that's for sure. Definitely in spirit, and we're definitely similar. I'm missing these comments. They're going by too quick. Trying to grab them, and then they disappear. All right, so you guys got to give me some recommendations on Conspiracy Couch. Sarah's JFK Jr. really live? I don't know. I'd venture to say no, though. I mean, that's just me. All right, Miracle Girly, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. Sleep well, my friend. Is that a taco, Golden Crisp? Man. Little did he know what he was starting with those tacos. Now it's like a thing. And it's spread too. It's on like every platform in everybody's chat. Like a virus. Tacos. Everywhere. Right, guys? What are you talking about, Above Duality? Don't upset the commander. Nobody's upsetting the commander. You can't upset the commander. Alexa says Scorpios are primed for the disclosure light work. Yeah, Scorpios are good peeps in my opinion. I really haven't met a bad one, honestly. They're just very intense. Tyler's a Scorpio. Scorpios are very intense. We're like, when we're intense at everything we do. So, and people can mistake that intensity for negativity sometimes. They'll be like, are you mad? No, I'm not mad. I'm just not laughing. If I don't laugh, people think I'm mad. Just the way it is. The way it is, because people are used to the bubbly, laughy me. Man, I like this music. It's groovy. Yeah, being a Scorpio is intense. All right, so you guys, come on. Conspiracy Couch suggestions for me. Yeah, join the club, Stacks. YouTube hates me too. Super hates me. Yes, Monkey, fear does lead to bad things. I don't even think we understand what it causes or what it can lead to. I do know that when you let darkness in, it takes over, though. I know that people go, oh, how can people do this in a really dark thing or whatever like that? We told you, when you let darkness in, it will take you over. So you got to be practicing these spiritual practice all the time and praying and saging your house. And I use all the help I can get in this experience. That's for sure. All the help I can get. Viper says, how about all the planets inhabited? Are you asking me if they're inhabited? I don't know, but I know that we can get to the point with remote viewing and astral projection, things like that, where we can go wherever we want. I'm not on that level yet. I don't get enough free time to seek the creator on the level that I would like to be able to get there, but I've heard from others who've done it that you can do such a thing. So you can just take your spirit body, you can just leave your physical body whenever you want. That's the sick joke about it, guys, is that we think we're locked in this body. We're like walking through life and we think we're stuck. We're not. We're not stuck. You're a spirit. You can bounce anytime you want. You just need to know how to do it. They don't teach us that in school because they don't even want you to know that you are a spirit being. This is why we've got to change everything. We got to seek to learn and understand ourselves, and we got to raise our kids differently so that they grow up meditating, they grow up praying, they grow up learning that they're spiritual beings and learning about spiritual technology and spiritual practices. And we got to build a whole new world, which means we got to take down the prior one because it's a complete mess. Thanks, guys, for not trolling me too hard tonight. I'm a jerk. I would have came and trolled the living out of me. I'd have been like, oh, she's never gone live by herself. I'm gonna go troll her the entire show. Like I do to White Hat. Poor White Hat. He knows it's out of love, though. All right, so you said, Cav Spotter said, I like Tyler Koala's idea for Conspiracy Couch, a free-for-all calling conspiracy thing. So what should the topic be, Cav Spotter? Just whatever? Should I literally call the episode whatever? Just call it whatever, open the lines, and we just talk about whatever? I don't know, what do you guys think? WiredDog061 says, it is spirit that gives life. Flesh has no profit. Yeah, my story gets crazy, guys. It gets crazy. I really truly believe that the only way I have of describing it, right? I really believe that the higher aspect of my soul took over this body when I was 25. So if you think about it like that, I'm only how old? I'm not even 20 years old. Which is very bizarre. But yeah. It was like, that's a whole nother story I'll go into some other time. But essentially, I was in a really bad car accident. That's what part of that tattoo is. And it's a long story. Like I said, I'm not going to go into it right now. Suffice to say, I woke up with a lot of confusion and couldn't sign my own name, things like that. So I'm pretty sure that I know what happened now that I have a spiritual understanding. I'm pretty sure I know, because I was on like an Indian reservation in another dimension for a couple weeks. So I'm pretty sure I know what happened now that I'm aware of spiritual matters. And yeah, so I've only really been around for my body's in my early 40s, but I'm pretty sure I've really only been here for a little under 20 years. So yeah, it's a pretty weird thing to deal with. How do you explain that to people? You can't. I don't even understand it myself. I just know that I have the memories, some of them, very limited, of like my childhood, my early 20s, but it's like it was another lifetime. I don't even know how to explain it. And even my birth name, it doesn't resonate. I remember people calling me that and being like, what is that name? Very strange. So there's really no way to describe it. Some people call that a walk-in. I don't know what to call it. I think, in my opinion, that the higher aspect, I think my birth name soul was so traumatized that she bounced. And the higher aspect, because I think our souls are they're like this huge light thing. And our physical body can only contain so much of that, right? In my understanding. So I think whatever that was, that part of the soul that was inhabiting that body bounced, was like, I'm out. I dipped, was like, I'm done. And I think the higher aspect of that soul, however you want to think of it, came in. That's what I think happened that day. And so it's like I remember her, but it's still like a distant thing. It's not like, it's like a super distant thing. Yeah, Golden Chris says, or a walk-in, pretty much. Yeah, but people have different understandings of what a walk-in is, and I don't like labels, you know. But yeah, I think essentially that's what it is. But it's not like it's not like people think. It's not like you're just a soul and you're going to the astral plane and you're like, hey, what's going on, man? I'll take over. You leave. You know, it's not like that. It's a complicated topic. It's not really like that. You just wake up and you don't know what's going on, and you got to relearn everything. It's a bizarre experience. So, all right. So what did we decide for Conspiracy Couch, guys? So, because it's like 4 minutes over an hour right now. What did we decide for Conspiracy Couch? Oh, Leah, y'all, iPod said he's giving his life to Christ. I cried. Another soul returns to Jesus. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, this movement has changed a lot of lives. The love frequency and the unity we have together has changed our lives, and it continues to change those around us in like a way that we can't really even see. And it's growing and growing, and it's going to reach critical mass. And it's beautiful. I just know that it's going to end well. We're going to see some darkness, but we're going to stand, we're going to get through it together, and we're going to get through it, and we're going to get some place we can't even imagine right now. And we're going to have abilities we can't even imagine right now. How much of our physical body will we have? I don't know. I think we'll have it to some degree. Maybe not like it is right now, but I think we'll have it. But I think we'll be more of like a light body when we get wherever we're going. And will we have to die a physical death? I don't know. But even if we did, I'm more than happy to do that to get to wherever we're going and, you know, get superpowers and stuff. Oh, thanks, Thumper. I get Pepe with a taco. I love that. I love that sticker, and every time I go to steal it, I can never find it. Yeah, I love you guys. I do this because of you. I do this because of you. Always speak your truth. No matter how crazy you think it sounds. And always follow your heart. Do what Spirit's telling you to do. Ask for guidance when you're lost. You'll get it. If you're open
Don't forget.
to receiving it, you'll get it. Same thing with,
just a girl
you know, star family stuff.
standing in front of a
If you have questions about that and you want to meet them, you want to know them in some way, just, it's all about your heart. Just make that clear in your prayers and in your thoughts. I would like to know whatever answers I'm allowed to know at this point, and be open, and you'll get those answers. God will give you those answers. Yes, it is a natural path for iPod. That's really nice to hear. That's great. Yeah, you guys. In it together. In it together. Rain or shine. So DK says mud fossils. We are going to do mud fossils soon, DK, but we want Roger to come on for the mud fossil episode. That's one of those episodes where we want to have him on as the guest when we do it. So we're going to have to put mud fossils off until we can get Roger to come on. So if you want to help get Roger to come on, feel free to email Roger or hit him up on his YouTube channel and be like, you need to go on Conspiracy Couch. I won't complain. Feel free. That's right, Woke One. Renegade members of the family of light. That's what we are. Thank you, Phil Christophers. He says, full disclosure on every video they put out. Ooh, Conspiracy Couch Ouija board events. Boom. Yeah, I know somebody that I'm going to bring on pretty soon who's had some crazy experiences with those boards. And he'll be coming on here pretty soon and sharing some of his experiences. I'm just not sure when that'll, probably sometime this month. Sometime this month. So what are we doing? What's the verdict here, guys? What are we doing for Conspiracy Couch? Are we gonna do a free-for-all? Just a complete shit show? Is that what we're doing? Because, I mean, I'm down with it, you know. That's kind of the fun about Conspiracy Couch. You never know what you're gonna get. So, but I'm just waiting for your comments to make it. Oh, Cloudwatcher says giants, angels, and dinosaurs. Ooh, you know what would be a cool episode to do is do one on angels, people that have had angelic experiences, and people could call in and share their. I don't care if it's angels, or if you angelic beings and ETs, whatever your perception is of something that was an angelic presence that helped you or showed up to you. That might be cool, guys. It might be cool to have one on angels. All right, so give me a 1 in the chat if you think we should do it on angels. 2 if we should do a shit show calling no real topic. 1 for angels, 2 shit show. I'm way below on this chat. I'm way too high. It's just, how did I get so... No wonder I can't see what people are saying. I'm way at the top. How did that happen? And where did the foxhole go? Oh, I've been way at the top, you guys. I don't even... I was reading comments from an hour ago. And I'm a wreck. Let me tell you. 1. So it looks like everybody... I'm getting a lot of 1s. Most people, it looks like they want to do angels and angelic ETs. Right? Just angelic experiences of whatever nature. Yeah, it looks like 1 is basically... Okay, so that's what we'll do it tomorrow night. The people have spoken. We will do Conspiracy Couch on angelic experiences. So please call in with your angelic experiences. This is going to be fun. I'm excited about this. See, I'm so glad I came on and asked you guys what you think we should do. I really like it. And a lot of people are saying time travel too. So we're definitely going to do one on time travel here. So after we do angels, we'll do time travel and we'll do mud fossils. But you guys got to help me get Roger to come on. We need Roger to break down the mud fossil thing. We really need him. So leave him comments on his channel and be like, go on Conspiracy Couch. You know what I mean? You guys got to do that. I need your help. So yeah. This has been super fun doing this, and it kind of, you know, popped my solo live streaming cherry. And maybe now I can get more structured with it, but at least I'm past my fear of it. Right? Okay, so Paula said, sorry guys, just got home from the doctor. We'll give this a watch later. I hope you feel better, Paula. I hope you feel better, Paula. All right, so... before we close out, you guys, since our music stopped, I just want to say a prayer with you. And, yeah, I want to pray over all of us. So, if you will join me. Father, thank you for waking us up at this time and giving us all the faith and the strength that we need to get through these difficult times at the end of the cycle and support one another through it. We're so grateful to have come through all of our journeys and be where we're at. Oh man. And I'm so grateful for all of these people in my chat. I'm so grateful that I'm still here and that I have a voice. I'm so grateful that I'm given the strength every day to say what I need to say and to be fearless. Please keep giving people the strength that they need to be fearless as well and to love each other. And please fill them with your Holy Spirit and guide them every day as to what is right for each and every one of them. Guide us in our path and give us the strength to deal with whatever comes our way every day. and be able to do it like a boss. Thank you for this experience, and thank you for giving us each other while we get through it. Amen. Yeah, so Claudette says she has to take the dog out. Oh, that felt good. Didn't that feel good, you guys? See? When you call on the Spirit, you just get, you get, there's no words. It's all around you. It's in you and all around you, and all you have to do is call on it. Yes, Monkey says, thank you, Alara. May all the beings be well, happy, and free from all sufferings. I agree. I agree. That's all we want, right? Us beings and all the other beings. Woke One says, clearings first, bro. Of course. Brandy says, good show. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate your support and hanging with me here for this first time that I'm doing this. And it was wonderful hanging out with you guys. I knew it would be. I knew it would be. And I'm really glad I did it. And I feel like now that I'm past that and I've done it, now I can start to really do it more and not be so weird about it. So I don't know why I even had a thing about it, but I just did. So I'm glad I got over it. And I love you guys. And we're going to get there. Keep the faith. And we're going to get there. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Thank you to my mods. Okay, so yeah, tomorrow night, Conspiracy Couch, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Angels, angelic experiences. Please call in with your stories. And of course, Space Force News, the revamped version, will be going on Sunday, right? 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Hey, sometimes my mind just goes. All right, so yes, super awesome hanging out with you guys. Yeah, and you can support this channel by checking out BeardVet.com. 10% discount at checkout with code SFN. BeardVet they support veterans. It's a great veteran-run business. They've got coffee, which everybody drinks coffee, so we can totally do that, right? And they also have some really amazing, for those that do eat meat and grill all the time, they have some amazing barbecue rubs. Like, I'd be so into this if I ate meat. And they've got beard oils, and so it's great for the guys, not so much for the ladies, but they do have coffee and some other things. So yeah, definitely go and check them out, beardvet.com. And what else? Oh yeah, puffin shirts. There's puffin shirts in the store now. Hopefully the mods can put up a link to the store. Go and check out the gear when there. We got some awesome puffin gear, Space Force News gear, 1 foot and 5D gear. Go and check it out. You can support this channel by checking out some merchandise, shopping at BeardVet, or by Super Chat. Oh, let me check my Super Chats before we disconnect here, friends. Yeah. All right, so we're good. Yeah, so awesome hanging out with you guys. I will see you guys all for... Hey, Rise, good to see you. I was talking about you a little earlier. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. It was super awesome hanging out with you. Thank you for your love and support. And I will see you tomorrow night with Loyal to the Foil for Conspiracy Couch. Peace.